I moved to Gauteng about at the moment it's now 2.5 years already that I'm in Gauteng. The main reason is to do what you see on Regen. I want to pursue film and production. So for the past 2.5 years that I've been here, I've been telling myself to start this thing, but I was like just waiting for the right moment. I don't know how to even define the right moment. But January 2017, this year, I decided let me just do this, because I wrote the story like before I came to Gauteng, before I moved to the site, and I just decided in January that it's supposed to start off somewhere, and because I also started like a movement. I've got a youth movement which is called Regeneration. It's a movement whereby wherever I'm invited to go and have an engagement with young people, I'm able to do it in many forms, whereby I do like drama, I do preaching form, or sessions with my wife where she gives a testimony. So all of that happens under the umbrella of Regeneration. So when I thought of this series, this movie, because it's actually a movie, but I tried to use the platform on YouTube to create a series out of this. So the whole story is going to be like full on the DVD. So what I'm saying is that when I started this, I thought to myself that let me use the same name then, instead of looking for another name, because I would like to use. So I just shortened it to Regen, which actually means regeneration, because it's based on how things need to be recreated, refreshed. You understand? Restored. There's a lot of need for that in most of our communities, and that's the reason why we have Regen today. It was really difficult to continue throughout the shooting and everything, because when I posted my first episode, I haven't even started shooting the next episode. So the first episode was with people from Kroonstad, because I started shooting in Kroonstad, and when I had to move to Gauteng, I couldn't continue because most of the actors were in Kroonstad. So I had to change like the characters in order to add new characters from Randfontein and so on to continue with the same story. So that's why you'll see there's a difference, even the quality and everything, because at some stage, I think from episode 2 or 3, there's a friend of mine, Jerome Botha, very talented guy in shooting and photography and so on. So him and his partner came on Organica Media with Quentin, whereby they felt that let's do this, because it's something that can change our community. It's preaching on another level, on a different platform, and we started making magic.
My experience was, I'll say it was dynamic, because there was a lot of things that I had to do, and the expectations was high. For instance, I couldn't take behind the scenes stills. I had to meet new characters. When we shoot at night, the warm embrace that Mr. P gave us when me and Quentin came on board, the pressure and the fun we had, yeah.
Yes. Yeah, because it was really not easy. We were having tough times throughout the time, and because we're not paying the actors, we're not paying these actors, and we're not paying anyone to come on board. So you can't tell people to be there. You understand? You hope that they'll be there. You make an appointment with them. I have to make sure that you are available before I make an appointment with the actors. So it was really difficult. That's why some people were still waiting for like episode 9. Took too long to be uploaded, and then we finally did it. When we had to go to 10, it got worse because so many things happened. Even when we were shooting, our cars were broken in while we were busy in the church. Money was stolen in the time. So I don't know. I'm tempted to say the devil was not happy with this, because we were at a moment where we exposed a few things that happened in our community.
And I think the most exciting thing was when I was an actor in one of the episodes. A friend of my close friend, actually Quentin, he didn't knew that I could act, because at that very same moment, on the instant, I had to cry, and I was crying. And Quentin was like,
I'm not gonna believe you anymore. When
in Afrikaans it sounds nice. It was like, "Ik ga nooit weer gooien." So for me, the acting part was for me exciting. And the most prominent thing that happened in Regen is that it was a message that people could understand. It was a message that happens daily in our lives, especially in toekomsters. It was a message that actually reminded people that there's hope, there is a loving God, and things will happen according to how you approach life.
Yes.
If you're a person that always like to invite people to party parties, they'll treat you like a person that have party parties. But if you're someone that says that, hey, I can handle this, I can go through this because there's a God that stands behind me, then things will change. And the exciting part as well that happened throughout the region is that people had more interest. Like there were characters that came out of the blue. When's the audition? And there wasn't even audition.
There wasn't audition. Yeah, about that also. Yeah, we didn't have. People were asking, how are you having auditions? Because we want to be part of this. I was like, no, I just know who to select when I write a character, when I create something, and so on. So, and even the people, I think 90 or 80% of the people that I chose for the certain characters were like the right people. I don't know if I can, you know, some of them might have not acted, you know, the way we expected them to. I think because of the time, also because we had like limited time to shoot everything. But I mean, they really did well. You understand? People like Leonardo, people like Tommy. You understand? Ruth. You know, people like that were like, they were just messing it up. They just took it and they made it their own without even, you know. Tommy is one of them that he told me, and I told him I don't want him in my projects anymore, because I can't tell him how to act. He just wants me to explain to him what the role is about or what the scene is about, and it stops there. When I say like, I want you to he says, Pastor, lost my eight, and then he surprises me. So yes, the acting part was really wonderful. And then so what I also want to add on what you said about how you know, the point of view of what Regen is changing in our communities and stuff, and how it identifies the things. It reminds me of something that I always want to mention. Because I moved to Gauteng to do film in production, but this is more than that. This project is more than that, and I want to take on any project like this with that reason. I don't want it to just be a movie. My desire is, as I said earlier, to preach on a different level, to teach, to have counseling through video clip, where somebody can watch and say, yo, I'm going through this and I've got my answer. You understand? So to me, yes, the red carpets and the launches and the DVDs, it's a good thing and everything. But my desire is to keep it as ministry as much as possible. As possible.
The last thing that I actually wanted also to mention is that the way is in young people per se. Like, I'm a young person, so normally for me to understand a message, I need to have a visual. So I understand message through visuals. So whenever we shoot, I'm more excited to see the end result as while we're shooting, because on set we see the end in mind. But at the end of the day, I want to see the actual episode. But what I want to say with that is, like, when you portray a message on a visual, you actually allow people to understand each and every bit and pieces of what you want to say. And at the end of the day, it might touch them in a way that they'll come out of a suicide situation. They'll come out of a situation of low self-esteem. They'll come out of a situation where their drug addictions were very bad. And most of the characters that was part of Regen, they went through a certain journey that was part of Regen. And that was so mind-blowing, because it was making Regen actually unique. It was making Regen different. And what I said to Mr. B yesterday, I said to him, you know what, you are doing something that it takes a lot of guts to do it, because when you start something and you end it, it actually shows an effort. An effort of what you want to invest in people, because this is an investment in people. When people watch it, it's their time. So what they invest in and what they got out of the investment was mind-blowing. It was life-changing, because it was life-changing for me as well.
Well, what I also want to end with was the fact that he wasn't visible enough, because he was also busy. From the beginning, I asked him to be part of this. Griven, a very talented actor. I wished he had a role on this and so on, but I believe there's still room for him in the future, because I would like to write something for him that he's gonna scare it mekar. I want to give him a role, you understand? So he started directing from episode 10. He started directing from episode 9 actually. Yes, he started helping me direct in that, and I'm privileged to work with that guy. I'm a firm believer of I don't have to wait for big screens and international platforms to say something. I'm saying it now, because what if I was born to just say this at this stage and maybe I'll die tomorrow and then I fulfilled my purpose? You understand? You understand? So I'm not looking forward to the Hollywood stages and everything. You understand? I believe that's why I feel like doing an event like the one that we're having now. You understand? Stuff like that, and not wait for summer awards and movie awards and so on. Create your own thing. It's on the same level. It might not be international, but what happens inside of somebody, the moment you make somebody feel good about what they contribute to what you do, it's the ultimate thing. It's the ultimate thing. Bigger and better will come. But everyone out there, make sure that whatever you do, don't hold back because you wanna manifest or bring it out when it's on big stages. Do it now. The Lord will give you bigger actions and bigger ideas for bigger stages. But whatever you have now, the biggest thing that you have in mind, put it out there. Don't be afraid. Don't hold it back and say, no, I'm afraid it's gonna go nowhere if I give my best. Remember where that came from. There's more. We are serving a God that is a God of bara. He creates something out of nothing, and that's all I want to say right now. So
the thing that I want to leave with Regen, that actually is gonna keep me going from here on forward. It's what are you doing while you're waiting?
Sure.
So, are you waiting passively or waiting actively?
Oh, that's powerful. That's powerful. I just want to close with this. You want to make me preach now? I just want to end with this one, with what he says. That's so true, because it's something that I always remind our young people with. We are waiting for things to happen in our lives, but what are you doing while you wait? You understand? It's very important. So we need to plant some stuff, and we need to call on God's rains. Because the moment, I mean, Noah had that situation where he built an ark when it was dry. People were laughing at him, and they were like, nah, it's not gonna happen, you understand? And that might have happened while we were doing this. People might have looked and said, nah, the way they do it is not professional and so on. I don't know if there were people like that, but what I'm just saying is, I'm trying to encourage you that people will do that. Don't get discouraged, because Noah was at he had every reason to stop it. But as he said, while you wait, build. While you wait, build. The rain is coming. Don't stop.